What's up? Today we're in Austin, Texas, and I want to talk to you some more about networking. My name is Thomas Wynn. I've been a filmmaker for about 10 years, and I specialized in sound mixing. If you've had the trouble of not knowing what to say when you're talking to people, if you had the problem with not knowing how to start a conversation, who to start a conversation with, this video is going to be for you. It's going to be a quick recap, kind of. There's something that I've recorded previously in Mexico, and I just kind of wanted to circle back and talk about who you're networking with and what your mindset should be, right? A lot of things that we think about, if you're thinking about the outcomes that you don't want, if you're thinking about what you're scared of, if you're thinking about the things that could go wrong, that's going to preoccupy your mind, right? And that's okay, right? It's good to embrace that part of your mind and thank yourself for allowing yourself to protect yourself, right? Because that's all that's doing. You have a part of your brain that is specifically just trying to have you survive, right? So if you're someone that is scared, if you're someone that comes to a networking event or a party and you're only thinking of those negative things, just thank yourself, thank your mind for allowing yourself to protect yourself and keep yourself alive, right? Because what it's doing is saying, I'm okay sitting here not talking to anyone. If I do approach to anybody, I could say the wrong thing and set someone off, right? I'm here at Austin, Texas for a film festival, and one of the great things is not only that you get to see a lot of short films and you get to see a lot of other people's art and that you can better your own art, is that you get to meet the people that work and that are doing good work, and you're able to actually just meet them, right? You can see a really awesome film that you really enjoy and look who you can see around the room, like, oh, that's the person that made it, right? They give you these lanyards, and you could just look at people's lanyards like, oh, you did that screenplay, and you can look people up and connect and network, and it's really beautiful. So when that part of your mind that is scared to say anything, to say hi, you really have to be aware that everyone else is in that state of mind as well. It can be really challenging to network. It can be really challenging to especially start that conversation. That first starter, hi, my name is Thomas Wynn, right? The first word, the first approach when you walk up to somebody can be really challenging. I just wanted to talk a little bit about it because there are lots of things that you can do. Something that helped me personally was using the scientific method, actually. It's like this extreme nerdy thing, but I was able to look at talking with other people as a scientific experiment, right? So if you're not familiar with the scientific method, it is you come up with a hypothesis of what you think is going to happen. You have this scientific experiment and then the outcome that you think is going to happen, and then the result, right? The result that you think is going to happen. So for me, when I started talking to people and when I moved to New York and started networking with people, my approach, like my opening line, I was like, I'm just going to say, hi, my name is Thomas. It has nothing to do with them. I can just introduce myself. And if they say like, whatever, and start walking away, that's fine. Everybody else that's in earshot heard that my name is Thomas, and then it makes it easier for me to connect with anyone else. So I wanted to give that to you. If you're somebody that is in a networking position, if you're someone that's at a party and you're specifically trying to connect with other people that are, maybe they're not artists, maybe they're producers, maybe they are investors, maybe they're, just other artistic people that you want to be connecting with, that you want to be networking with, I'd love for you to just say, hi, my name is your name. Just watch how people react, right? A lot of times they'll take it as like, hey, oh my God, you did the hard part of walking up and saying hi, thank God. Let's continue the conversation. Everyone is in the same mindset that you are as well, And so if you're in a fun state, if you're in a fun mood of like, yo, what's up, hey, right? You're gonna attract those people that are in that mindset as well. Because if you're like, hey, what's up? Hey man, how's it going? Like it's really not, you're gonna attract other people that are like, yo, hey! And vice versa, if you're somebody that's like, hey, howdy, hey, it's good to see you, right? And that's great. I love connecting with people that are on that wavelength with me, The thing that I was talking with a friend of mine that I just met actually, he was saying like, well, what's something that helped you? Like, how'd you break out and start networking? How'd you get to the place that you were? And something that actually helped me a lot was I had so much anxiety. I had so much problems talking and connecting with people that I got so low that I started looking for help because I was like, yo, I cannot continue this. It was so painful to just live in the state of mind where I thought that I wasn't gonna have any friends. I thought that the friends that I did have, that they didn't actually like me, that they were just using me for some reason. I just really felt really insecure. And something for me that helped was looking for help. I was like, you know what? I'm in such a bad state. I need someone to help me. You know what I mean? Like if you're lowest low of anything, and I hope you're not in this state of mind, but if you are, sometimes hitting the bottom actually really helps, because if you hit the bottom and you recognize, hey, if this gets any worse, it's gonna be really gosh darn bad, right? So asking for help actually helped a lot, because if you're looking for help, just go to someone that has what you have and is where you want to be, right? If you look at somebody and you are jealous of them, or if you just think that, you have to be willing to totally trade lives with the person that you want advice from. Be careful who you let into your mind. Don't ask advice from someone that you don't know who they are, that you don't trust them, that you don't feel good when you're around them, or just they're broke, right? Something that's really simple is that you look at them and you know that they don't have as much money as you want. Just don't listen to those people, right? You can listen to them if they're talking at you and just be like, yeah, cool, thanks. But take it with a grain of salt, right? If you're taking relationship advice and you've been married for 35 years and you're taking relationship advice from a 7-year-old, it's not really accurate advice. It's not really gonna help you. Now, if you've been in a relationship for 20 years and you're taking relationship advice from someone that's been in a relationship for 50 years and they're in a happy relationship, that, you have to take into account of who's giving you the advice, how much expertise do they have, how much, do you want to be in their position? I don't know how better to explain that, but when I look at mentors, I will try and spend as much money that I can afford. And, different mentors offer different price points oftentimes because they want different types of clients, right? You want to, number one, budget for taking advice constantly. So if you're watching this, you are likely an artist, you are likely a creative. You want to see yourself not just as an artist, but also as a company, right? Now, whatever that means to you, is really helpful for me, because if you see yourself as a company, if you see your art form as a business that needs to output, I don't want to say content because that sucks. If you want to output your creative energy into material, into your work, right? There's a reason why they call it artwork. Like, you are working at it. It is you are working. So in order to better your work, You need to invest in your company. You are part of your company. Your art is also part of your company, right? Your money that you're making, the hard materials, if you're a painter, like your paint brushes, your paint itself, your materials that you're using is part of your art form. So bettering yourself betters your art form. And when I say bettering, I mean being more aware. Being more aware of the things that you can improve, being aware of your flaws, right? Being aware of your flaws is an improvement, right? If you're unaware of where your flaws are, if you're unaware of where you could be getting better at, and you're actually just focusing on something else for now, that's major help, okay? And the reason why I bring this up is because asking for and receiving for help can better you and better your work for decades, and it can save you tons and tons of pain, right? So for me personally, I love voice acting. And something that people always say is improv, taking improv classes, taking acting classes. And so I try and split things up and you know, try and diversify my skill set. And for me personally, let's say for improv, I started at like a level 0 improv class, knowing the very basics of that skill set, right? So when it comes to being in front of a microphone and something gets thrown away and somebody, you know, has an idea to throw something else in, it doesn't take me totally off guard in that sense. Now, if it comes to performing for an hour and a half and I'm coming up with everything off the top of the dome, that's something that I wouldn't be able to do, right? Because I just took a level 0 class. But knowing some basic moves, you know, basic moves of a new skill set and stretching your capabilities just a little bit by learning from somebody who is an expert. The reason why you want an expert is because you'll be able to learn about 10% about what somebody has to teach you. So you learn storytelling from Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino, he doesn't tell you how to, you know, how he frames up his shots. He doesn't tell you how he lights and coaches his actors. He just talks to you for 20 minutes about storytelling, about how he likes to storytell, how he develops storytelling, and he actually reads one of your scripts and tells you how you could do better, right? So that is a very basic skill set that he has, that he would be imparting on you. And it would be not even that much, you know, sitting down for 20 minutes, but because he's such an expert, because he's had so much experience, and he's able to laser focus on one thing, and you just start by focusing on that one storytelling element, you can get better way faster at everything else, because you can now focus on the one thing, get really good at it, knock it off your list of like, great, I know how to do that one thing. Now, let's move on to, you know, maybe you want to, as a director, you want to get better at directing your actors. Now you can just focus on that. And breaking things down like that goes back to that scientific hypothesis. You don't want to be testing a bunch of different things all at once. You know, when I said, hello, my name is blank, blank, blankety, blank, blank, blank. Just by focusing on that one step of walking up to someone and saying, hi, my name is, okay? Just by starting that, you can then focus on how to exchange phone numbers or how to exchange email addresses, right? But just take it one step at a time, breaking large things that seem intimidating down to smaller steps. In this video, we talked a lot about networking. We talked a lot about communication. If you're a creative, if you're a filmmaker, if you're an artist, a painter, photographer, if you are a creator that wants to build your network and have a tighter knit network of like-minded people that are going on the same trajectory as you, accomplishing their goals, setting their goals and accomplishing them, knowing what their goals are, knowing what they want out of life, what they want to give, what they want to do with their art, I've created an 8-week course just for you. It's a video course, and each week there's a video that talks about what you need to do to get closer to where you want to go, okay? For you as creatives, I know a lot of you don't really care so much about making money, but you like being engaged in the creative process. So in this video, we talk about how to balance things in your life so that they're all going in the same direction, right? That you're able to better your creative skills, better your process while making more money, having more fun, being more in tune with where you want to be, okay? We work together with that by each week you go through one of those videos, and then we have a Discord group where we give you feedback, we keep you accountable. Me and my team, we check in with you to make sure that you're accomplishing the things that you said that you want to accomplish, right? And by the end of it, you know, by the end of the 2 months, you have the foundational skills that you need in order to go forward for years, right? I've been freelancing for about 10 years, just freelancing. And if you're somebody that has a part-time job, if you have a full-time job and you're doing this on the side, this is perfect because this is built just for you. What I want you to do is have the fullness of life that you want, right? What we do is we work together to make sure that your life is as great as you want it to be. You know, with the Discord group, with the videos, everything was built together so that you can function to your highest potential. Here's what some of my past clients have had to say.
I first started working with Thomas 3 to 4 months ago when I first decided to go full-time as a freelancer. And to be honest, I was pretty clueless in what I was doing. I had a bit of technical skills, but in terms of the business side of things, how to get clients, how to communicate with clients, I was pretty clueless.
And I think Thomas and I were able to kind of talk back and forth, kind of suss out a little bit more of kind of the root of the real problems I'm struggling with, the real obstacles.
We started out with the ins and outs of what freelancing would look like and how to deal with clients as far as financials go, networking.
Necessary strides that I need to do to make 2020 happen a bit more under my terms.
Also, having Thomas there every week to hold you accountable is a very, very useful thing.
So Thomas is a very empathetic person and also someone who's very good at motivating you and encouraging you through this uncertain journey as a freelancer. So as someone who's new to this thing, I have insecurities and also nervousness about things like anybody else does, right? But Thomas is someone who's gone through all of this, who's done years and years of this work, knows exactly what this feels like. So it's just been super useful to have someone on your side to tell you that, hey, you're on the right step. Just go through it, trust the process, and everything will be all right in the end.
Click the link down below, schedule a call with me. And what I want to do is for the first 10 people that sign up, I want this to be a small group. And we're going to go through for the 2024, I want it to be great for all of us. So I'm going to offer you a 30% off discount, okay? First 10 people that sign up. So looking forward to speaking with you. Back to the YouTube video. If you think that you're ready, if you know that you're ready, click that link and let's work together, okay? And I'll see you in the next video.